Alright, here in round 1, open a one-lander, which doesn't look that good. I think we're going to have to do better than this one. Just a Doom Traveler. Especially with the Entreat. Yeah, I think we got to do better than that. Alright, this one, still have Entreat. That kind of sucks. Not a huge fan of this one either, but I don't feel like going to 5, so I guess we'll keep. We can at least play some stuff off of 2 mana, and maybe this Precinct Captain does some work for us. You never know. Entreat's definitely a card you want to draw on like turn, I don't know, 1,000. Yeah, Raphelos is also similarly something I definitely did not want to see on the mulligan. Yeah, so now he can play a 6-drop on turn 3, which is not good. Alright, guess Moldaya could have been worse, but... So now he's already close to Terracodon, which spells out bad news for us. Yeah, I definitely lost a lot of confidence already, but mulligan against the turn 2 Raphelos is never what you want to see. Never, ever, ever what you want to see. We don't need to play Chrome Mox yet. I think we're just doing Glorious Anthem and attacking here. So technically we could get a Cloud Goat next turn. He could also play a Forest and then... Well, it looks like he doesn't have a 4th Forest, so... Unless he has another... Well, alright. He's got Terracodon this turn, which certainly spells awfulness. All sorts of awfulness for us, but... He had an ideal turn progression, in my opinion, so... Our mulligan versus turn 2 Raphelos off a couple of forests with Oracle into... Yeah, he had a much better turn progression than we did. So we'll see what he blows up. I guess we've got some actual outs here. What can we do? He only blew up 2 things? Interesting. All right, well, we can top deck a Swords to Plowshare, and then we'll be in much better shape, even if he gains a bajillion life. Sublime Archangel I can actually play, so that's pretty good for us too. Let's do the Chrome Mox, and I think we're just going to ditch and treat the Angels. Even though I could ditch a Johnny Steadfast. Yeah, might be better to ditch a Johnny. The thing about keeping Entreat is I could technically get a flyer off of it, which could be good for us. Johnny might be useful too. Guess I exile the... I don't know. Guess we'll stick with the Entreat. And then we'll drop Sublime Archangel and pass. So, I mean... Guess I could attack for not enough, right? 4, 5, 6, 7. Not quite enough, but... See what he's got. Acidic Slime. Well... Tree Speaker on top into Acidic Slime. Not the end of the world. You can blow up a Chrome Mox, but... It's not a huge deal. We're certainly not out of this game, but... See what they does with the... Swing with the Terracodon and an Elephant. So trying to mitigate, I imagine, the damage from Sublime. Kind of feel like taking 9 from the Terracodon, but think it is better if we trade off the elephants. 1 extra damage to prevent 9. I guess we chump there. It does make our swing back relatively worse rather, but we do have the Cloud Goat Ranger potential next turn, and I guess technically we can swing with a precinct captain. Eternal Witness getting back a forest. All right. That's not the worst. I would like to slam this Cloud Goat Ranger if possible. Oh, you have more plays? All right, Tree Speaker I don't really care about. Oh, well, Sneak Attack's pretty awful. But 1 card in hand. Hopefully that card is not, say, I don't know. I kind of want to do Skyfisher into Cloud Goat. So, I mean, Cloud Goat into Skyfisher, rather. But I can't really do that. Can do Steadfast, which is pretty good. Gain some life. So I can get in for 7, which would equate to lethal next turn with the Cloud Goat, or I can get in for 7 this way. But I think we do the Sublime. Get our Exalted going. Vraska, okay. So Acidic Slime cannot break the Johnny Steadfast. It can only break the Chrome Mox or our lands. So I think we're just going to take damage from Terastodon here. Which is certainly acceptable. Could have chumped for a Johnny there, but I think that's okay. We still win off a Cloud Goat if he can't deal with the Sublime Archangel. Problem is he's probably just going to play a Slime and blow up our Chrome Mox, which does slow us down a bit, but certainly not the worst. I mean, we're still definitely going to win to Sublime Archangel if he doesn't come up with a good solution to it. But the Vraska is definitely a solution, so got to come up with something here. No plays of the Acidic Slime, so land here and we win. Beautiful. Jeez. That was a close game. If he had played the Acidic Slime, he would have prevented us from, I think, winning the game, because he could have Vraska'd. Well, it would have been different. He would have Vraska'd, been forced to destroy Sublime Archangel. So if he'd blown up a land, we would have had to play a Course Skyfisher instead. I guess bouncing a land and replaying it. But yeah, that was like ideal situation there. Sneak Attack, I think we got to bring in the Seal of Cleansing for. That's a big deal. We got to be able to deal with that. And we got to be able to deal with Raphaelos quick too. I could try and bring in Essence Scatter for his 8 drops, which isn't a bad idea. But I'm not sure. Reckoner actually would have been good on that board state too. Would have been less inclined to attack with the Terrastodon, I think. I gotta make a cut for this Seal of Cleansing, and I don't want it to be creature removal. I could cut like a 1-drop, but I get a flyer off of that. It comes down quick. Raise the Alarm actually seems like I could catch him if he just has nothing to do with a Tree Speaker and attacks in. Could be reasonable. I definitely like the Sovereign still. Banisher Priest seems great against him. Entreat, admittedly, did not look that great. And Armageddon is also one of those things that's not great in this matchup because he's got actual ramp creatures, but I still think it's really good in this matchup. I do want to bring in this Seal of Cleansing. I do think it's important to have that against Sneak Attack. But then again, it's not even that good against Sneak Attack. I can't even do it instant speed. I changed my mind. I actually don't think it's that good. If I have it on the board, he just plays Sneak Attack and uses it really quick. And if he already has it, then Seal of Cleansing is pretty pointless with it. So I take that back. I actually don't think Seal of Cleansing is all that good against him. I could do a Gideon to destroy some fatties. Maybe I want that instead of Entreat. Didn't look like he had a bunch of flying protection, though. I guess we try it again, like this. Yep, this is turn 2 Brimaz off of turn 1. Oh wait, I have to ditch a land, don't I? Well, turn 1 Imposing Sovereign, potential turn 2. I gotta quit opening hands with Entreat the Angels. I have to. That is absolutely a necessity that I stop opening hands with Entreat the Angels. That's like the worst this card can be is the way that we just keep getting it. That was an awesome top deck there. So now we get to do Mox Diamond. Let me make sure I'm doing it right. It's the land one, right? Yes. Okay. So discard land, and we drop the Sovereign. And pass into turn 2 Brimaz, turn 3 Reckoner. All right, well, not super concerned about that. And he didn't even level up, so it's pretty good for us, actually. But there's a situation where the Raise the Alarm would have been pretty good, actually. So Brimaz now. See if he can deal with this. Oh, no. Actually, that's not that bad. We get a little token off of it, so Chainers isn't very relevant at all, I think. All right. Well, I guess the more lands I get, the better Entreat is, but this is certainly not a game that you want going late. I will say that. I guess that does work. Let's just play the Reckoner then, I guess. So I think I'd rather sack the Reckoner than sack the Brimaz. I think I'm just going to play Entreat for 1. Yeah, I'm just going to play Entreat for 1. We're just going to get a flyer on board now, because a 4/4 flyer is nothing to scoff at in a matchup like this. Most unexciting Entreat the Angels ever, but A Sarah Angel. Worse than Sarah Angel. Right there. Oh no. Wait, that was it? Sneak attack? He doesn't even have a red source. Wow. Well, that's a surprising win. Uh, yeah, I think he missing his land drops definitely hurt him quite a bit. But definitely satisfied with the victory over that, especially beating the turn 2 Rafellos game 1 on the mulligan. That in itself is very remarkable. What did we beat? We beat a turn 4 Terastodon. That is pretty incredible. So the Flyers paid off pretty hard. Turn 4 entreat the Angels for no miracle value. Also pretty funny. But yeah, that's, hey, satisfying victory to be sure. All right, we'll see you round 2.